Hey guys, it's Striker GT here, and unfortunately, we have our first loss of the season. And I'm here to talk about it. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the Syracuse fans and the team because they played really well. Kyle McCord is really good. I think y'all will do something really good in the ACC. Y'all have a chance to make the title. We'll see how y'all play in the coming season, but I think y'all basically have a shot of winning any game you play because of quarterback. Quarterback is really good. Um, so yeah, I want to congratulate y'all first, but then I'm gonna talk about Georgia Tech and the problems that led to this loss. So first of all, we just weren't able to establish the run. We only had about 100 yards rushing, and a lot of that was Haynes King. Haynes King has 60 yards, but there was just a lot of moments where we tried to run up the middle and we just couldn't get anything. Not a lot of yards rushing. We had good passing yards for Haynes King. I mean, Haynes King played really well. That's one spot of the game that was good. Is Haynes King? He was pretty accurate with his passes, and he ran really well, and he had good decision making. But I don't know. It's just the first half. We'll start with the first half. So Syracuse was just able to go up and down the field, score on us really easily, and we couldn't stop them at all. We gave their receivers way too much room, and Kyle McCord got no. There was no pressure on Kyle McCord. That was the main problem. Now we did make adjustments and have a better defense in the second half, but it was mainly just our defense was a little bit closer to the receivers, and we sent more against Kyle McCord, which I don't know why that wasn't the game plan from the start. I like the adjustments, but like, why isn't that the game plan from the start? Why are we giving them 10-yard separation off the line of scrimmage? I don't understand that. I don't know why we're sending three against Kyle McCord. Like, Kyle McCord is going to find any pass if he gets enough time. Like, he's just gonna be able to find a pass, and we saw that. I don't know why we didn't send more pressure, try to, you know, get him flustered up, maybe a big hit against him, something that will get him out of a rhythm. But he just was going back and forth down the field. We couldn't stop him. We had a decent offensive performance in the first half, 14 points, but there's some key moments that just weren't good. We went three and out on our second possession. I don't know why on our second possession that we have it, we always just don't do anything. And then we block a field goal, which is really good, but then we get nothing out of that. Uh, Zero time of possession either, like absolutely nothing out of that. Then we miss a field goal. So at the half, it's 21-14. So it was looking pretty rough, but if we could make adjustments, so looking in the second half, like, okay, we can still win this football game. Third quarter, we didn't score any points, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to look at the recap. Yeah, 0 points in the third quarter, which is really bad. We got the ball to start off the half. If we were able to get a score right there, it would be tied. It would be a ball game. We would have momentum. Hopefully, we could make a defensive adjustments and let and keep Syracuse off the field, so we could go back on the field and make it keep scoring. But nope, we there was nothing we could do. We did nothing in the third quarter. The play calling was just bad. It was just bad. I like Buster Faulkner. I think he's a good offensive coordinator, but we never really went out to the outside, which is where we were able to get a lot of yards. Like, we're faster on the edge compared to their defense, but we did it up the middle on key plays that just weren't good, which just led to stalled drives. And even one play that's not good will lead to a stalled drive. And I don't know why we weren't running more just stuff on the outside. We did run a lot of that, but I think they just couldn't stop it. I don't know why we were just keep doing different plays on the outside. Maybe I'm just looking at that way too simplistically, but I mean, they just couldn't catch us on the outside. I think we should have attacked that more because I don't think it was anything like, oh, they dropped a pass and we're just playing bad. We just weren't able to establish the run, which means there was no adjustments at all. Like we just were like, okay, we're just gonna run up the middle again for no reason. Maybe I'm exaggerating that because it was maybe only a few times, but it just was at key moments in the game. I'm like, okay, why are we running up the middle? It was surprising that we weren't able to run up the middle because of how Syracuse let Ohio's, run for 250 yards. So they played well. They just like stacked the box, and our offensive line kind of got dominated. Our lines of scrimmage was not how I thought it was going to be. Offensive line is supposed to be really good, but I don't really know what happened, to be honest. And I would have to look back at film to see like exactly what was going on, because I wasn't always paying attention to just the offensive line or the defensive line on Syracuse's side or their linebackers or how they were plugging holes, but we just weren't able to get anything until the very end because they weren't expecting us to go up the middle. That's about it for like just how like bad we played. It was just we couldn't establish the run, so we had weird play calling. So and our defense was just gave up too much, and our game plan from the start was just not good. And Syracuse played good. They were just solid overall and really good on offense. Um, Things I liked were Haynes King was really good, and our special teams was good besides the missed field goal because we got a blocked field goal, we got a blocked punt. That's another thing. We didn't capitalize off a blocked punt. Just terrible. You gotta capitalize on this kind of game, and we just couldn't. That's just really bad. And we were to get an onside kick, and I like that our team was still fighting till the very end. That I always like seeing that. I'm proud of how they played in terms of just the effort there, because they kept playing like they were gonna win, even with like 6 minutes left. They were down 2 scores, and we were able to score twice. Really good effort. But as a fan, I'm like, you're just gonna bring up my hopes, and I just kind of knew we were gonna lose anyways. Though even after, I'm like, there's no way we do this, and of course, we're not able to stop them on defense, and we're not able to get the ball back. And yell a little bit, but not able to get the ball back. So excuse me there. But that's kind of it for my recap. It got pretty ugly game in terms of just how we weren't able to get anything going. Penalties, there was not that many penalties. There wasn't like that many missed tackles even. It was just like I think the coaching was just not the best in terms of preparation and like adjustments on the offensive side of the ball. Because if we're not able to get something on offense, it just completely stutters out. Like we need to sustain drives. So that's kind of it for this recap. We have VMI next week. We better fix a lot of the mistakes and play well. We should win that game. It's a FCS program, but so and then we head into Louisville, and we better get better in terms of coaching, in terms of just players making plays, and that's about it. So I'll see you guys next week probably. And I don't think I'm gonna do a preview of the SGF's game, but I'll make some videos, probably previewing the Louisville game and covering that because that'll be a huge game. Because we lost Syracuse, we're gonna have to find some more upset wins. I think Louisville, we definitely need to find a way to win that game. But that's all from me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.